What up, dudes? So you see the title of the video, is stacking mods a benefit or a waste? And that's what you're going to kind of see today and find out the flow of PvE. So this is about me doing 6.5 to 7 hours of testing. I didn't want to just give you my word for it. I wanted to take you along the journey so you can see it for yourself. I'm a fairly high killer. I keep the pace going pretty fast. Let's find out if it's a benefit. So what I did was I cut out a few strikes that are, just some common strikes. This actually happened on every strike. I never saw myself where I was like in need of anything the entire time. I did use my warlock on everything except for the gambit match that you'll see at the end. But basically what I did was every time I would do a melee or throw a grenade, I would set my timer to see when 50 seconds was up, so that I could find out if getting my grenade back earlier is if I had 2 mods on for my melee and my grenade was worth it or not, and the one supercharged with the enhanced heavy lifting. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be timing it to see if the natural charge time of that 1 minute plus the impact induction plays a safe enough role to where basically whenever I need it, it's always going to be there. Or is having your stuff coming back early actually a benefit or not? That's what we're going to see. So here we go. So I haven't thrown my grenade yet until now. So we threw the grenade and we did the melee. So we got that back. Now let's play a little bit and let's see if my next grenade is on time, if it's too early or if it's too late. So here we go. I'm just going to keep this playing just so you can see kind of natural charge times and things like that. And you can just kind of be the judge for yourself. My personal opinion is every strike that I did, any PvE related event that I did, Gambit, when I did that, I did a lot of, all last night was basically me just seeing if my natural charge times were good or if I ever lacked needing something. So I don't think that I need anything. I'm pretty sure that the balance that I have on here, the mobility, the recovery, the 1 grenade charge mod, the 1 super mod, and the 1 melee mod work just fine on every strike. I was never in any situation where I was like waiting on it to come back because I needed to throw it. It was always there before, or it was there right on time. So if you're one of those players that do strikes where you're just constantly mowing through areas to get to the next area, then I'm pretty sure that only 1 mod is all you're gonna need, man. Because you see right here, like I just threw my grenade a little bit ago, and it's not back yet, but it really doesn't need to be back yet. So me having another grenade charge mod is only going to gain me 10 more seconds, but the impact induction plus my 1 grenade charge mod seems to be doing just fine. As you see right there, like I just got my grenade back, and it wouldn't have mattered if I got it 10 seconds earlier. It's back before I even need it, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty much covered with this build, it feels like. I just think that it has that natural sway where like the rhythm of the strikes, the rhythm of PvE is just built for not having more than 1. I could think of very few areas where I would really want to be stacked on mods, and that would be like if I was just sitting around waiting, or if it was an area that was just like massive adds, just wave after wave after wave. But then again, impact induction still gives me plenty of grenade charge time back. So like right now I don't need a grenade, there's not enough ads. You saw me just use my grenade, and even if I would have had 3 mods on right now, I still wouldn't have had it back by now. I'm hoping that makes sense, to everybody that is watching this. Like right here, I had my super well in enough time before I ever needed it again. About to use it right now actually, so let me dump that, hit that soup, and my grenade would have been back by now if I would have had more than 1 mod on, but I don't need it, you know what I mean? Like I said, the flow of the game is kind of built around just the natural charge time, so I don't see a point in putting more than 1 mod. I didn't find a reason for it all night, man. Like areas like this, I'm just gonna do a melee and then throw my grenade up here. So watch this. I could have held on to this. This is only 2 enemies in here. Could have easily just shot them and killed them and saved my grenade for a more strategic placement. But let's just say that I fucked up and I threw my grenade and now I don't have it. Let's see if it comes back in enough time. So like I said, if I had more grenade charge mods on, it still wouldn't be back by now. So it wouldn't matter if I had 3 or 4 on, it still wouldn't be back. Still wouldn't have been back. I'll let you know when it would have been back if I would have had 2 mods on. Throw this down. Same with the rift, man. Alright, now my grenade would have been back. But, is it needed? I mean, there's nobody really left. I could throw it on these guys. Here, we'll chunk it on here. Because it's back now. So, there we go. And not needed anywhere else. My super's about to be topped off right here. Bam, super's back. 1 super mod and enhanced heavy lifting is really all you need. I really don't even need 1 super mod. But just the fact that I have the open slot and that 20 seconds is still, you know, 20 seconds saved on a super by having the 1 mod, the enhanced heavy lifting is good enough, you know. Like right now, my grenade would just about be back if I would have had 2 more mods on. About right now it would be back. But I mean, it wouldn't have killed that wizard, and I mean, we're not even killing the wizard anyways. I just don't see a point in stacking them, man. I just think saving those extra slots are better for putting towards your mobility and recovery than they are for stacking other same mods on. So here we are again. I got all my stuff charged back. My super's back in well enough time. Grenade's back. Just use my melee. A charged melee and impact induction work super good together. Alright, here we are. I'm going to throw my nade. And now we'll wait on it again. And let's see if having stacked mods is going to be needed by the time it would have been back if I had stacked mods. And I'm not playing this strike any different than I always play it. I'm just, you know, not really in a hurry, but like I'm not, you know, slouching at all. I'm just kind of just doing my thing, you know. And my super's been back for a minute. So stacking the super mods really wouldn't have benefited me on this strike at all. And you'll see in the future ones too that it's the same kind of story. It's like, who cares if I would have got it back a minute or even 30 seconds earlier, because it wasn't needed until it was needed, you know. And by that time, like right now, my nade's back, but it got shot out of my hand. But I was going to use the super anyways. My plan was to, you know, grenade and super, but they shot it. So, and right now, and then we're about to just kill the boss. Go ahead and kill this guy on right here. And grounded is on these strikes also. So there's no mods on that's like charging anything faster than normal. It's just grounded and heavyweight. Alright, I'm going to throw a rocket right here. It cut my footage off. The PlayStation did. I'm not sure why that happened, but sometimes it happens. Alright, throw the grenade out. Let's see, impact induction right there. So I got about 28% of my grenade back, it seems like. Alright, throw the rift down. I would never build around a rift on a warlock. It's just, you only get, you know, like 5 to 10 second cooldown, you know, when you throw Paragon mods on and things like that. So it's really not even worth it, to be honest. I mean, you rarely will use your rift anyways. I have my grenade back right there. But yeah, you'll barely use, like, the rift is like the last resort type thing. However, like, as far as stacking mods, I think for doing it on like PvP, it would be more beneficial. But I mean, I think if you're gonna do stacks like that, you might as well have 2 different builds, a PvP and a PvE build. That's what I do. But at my PvE and PvP, the only difference is, there's my grenade back, is I have an energy targeting mod instead of enhanced heavy lifting when I play PvP, but the build is the same other than that. And it still works out fine. Alright, right now I have my super. I don't need it though, you know, so it's... And you saw that I just had my grenade back and used it again. Alright, next room. Go ahead and take these dudes out. Now, even if I would have had stacked grenade charges, I still wouldn't have it back by now. I would have it back in about probably 7 more seconds is when I would have it back. But as you can see here, this gun is more than enough for it. It's no sense in wasting a grenade on these weak adds. So, boom. I would rather save it for a more strategic placement, like right here. Let me go ahead and bust that dude up. because I know this next wave is going to be a bunch of those guys again, so saving it for here makes more sense, besides throwing it at just like one red bar guy, you know. Alright, grenades out, and we just wait, and then we dump them, and right now if I had charge mods on, it would have been back, but like I said, it's still not needed. And this is an ongoing thing. It's every situation. The one grenade charge mod, the one super mod. On my hunter, I use one paragon mod because it takes the dodge down from 5 seconds to 20 seconds. Can't even hit that guy. Next area, got all my stuff back, ready to go when I need it. Go ahead and throw it there. Bust that dude up, and we get teleported, and we'll go ahead and super that guy. Would have had my grenade back about right now if I'd have had stacked mods, but I would rather use my enhanced heavy lifting to work on my super by throwing those rockets that the heavy ammo finder supports. And there's really nothing to shoot a grenade at or throw a grenade at right now, so it's just saved. Alright, let's we could throw a grenade here if we wanted to, but I mean, what's the point? These dudes are easy, you know, so it's would be almost a waste. Might as well save it for like a harder ad or something, but screw it. I'll throw it here in just a second. I'll throw it right here. Alright, now let's see if when it comes back, if it was early, late, or just on time. Alright, down's the hole. No point in using it here. Got all my stuff back. Super, melee, rift, grenade. Throw them both down right here. Clear this area out. Alright. Throw that out. And no sense in throwing a grenade at these guys, even if it was charged. So looks like everything will be back in time for the strike boss. So let's dump it on there. Use my impact induction to charge it back a little bit. Throw my rift down because I thought they might have killed me there. Can't lock onto this dude. But yeah, so far out of these two strikes, you can tell that I don't really need anything more than one. And it wasn't just in strikes, it was on patrol, some raid areas. I mean, I did this all night. It wasn't like I did a couple strikes and was like, yeah man, it worked. It was the entire night. I mean, this was like, no joke, probably 6.5 hours of strikes. Just me seeing when charges came back and if they were needed or if they weren't needed. And every time, everything comes back right on time. There it is again. I had my super for a while. Got my grenade back, which I can use right after this super if I didn't kill all the ads. So right now I'm surrounded. Grenade is right there waiting. Should have threw the grenade first and then got the impact induction, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because this boss is about to disappear anyways and teleport. Alright, and this entire area here, I don't really need a grenade at all. These are just red bar ads. I mean, if I would have had grenade charge mods, I would have had it probably right now, a little bit before. But again, not needed yet. There's just a specific flow in PvE that I think that when Bungie like designs their strikes and stuff like that, that they still like base it off of the year one, like not D1, the year one like charge rates, where everything kind of is balanced to where it works at the same time. As you see, when I fell off, I threw my grenade at that knight as I was falling, and even if I had stacked mods right here, I still wouldn't have them back. But we can do the impact induction, knock a couple guys out, and I still wouldn't have had a grenade back if I had mods on, like more than one. And by that time, we're about to melt this boss. And I've almost got a super back as well, but it looks like I'm not even going to need the super because she's dead right now. So, another strike where one mod. I really wish I could have thought of a shorter version of this video, but besides you seeing it, I have no idea how I could have made this video where you would have understood it. I didn't want to say that it just did it and just make you take my word for it, because you know how, you know, channels are nowadays. People just say stuff and crop things out. So I wanted you to actually watch it step by step to understand that you're kind of just wasting your slots if you're throwing the same kind of mod on more than once. Like, it just seems like a huge waste to me. Alright, here we are again in the Brute Hold Strike. Just missed my rocket, but we're going to work on our super on this guy. And I guess he died. Throw my grenade right here. Now let's find out if I needed it sooner. I mean, unless you're just wanting to like throw grenades for no reason, then I guess stack them up, you know, if you want to throw a grenade at like one red bar guy or something, you know. But the way that every PvE thing that I did played out was, it was like just perfect timing, or it was already ready well before I entered the next area or something, you know, just by having the one mods on. Like right now I could throw my grenade down, but it's like these are just some thrall, you know. Like, I don't need to throw a grenade right here. I could throw a grenade at this guy, but it's like he's easy to down also. I might as well just save it for, you know, in case I get into trouble in another area, you know. Go ahead and pop super here because there's a ton of ads, and why not? You know, I have my super. I'm not going to just hold on to it the whole strike. So let's wait for my next super and see if it's coming in too late, or if it's right on time, or if it was well ready before I even came to the area that it was going to be used in. Alright, the grenade would not have been back. Even if I had mods, it would be back about right now. But as you'll see right here, I'm about to get it. But I don't really need it. I mean, if I would have had it right when I jumped in that room, I probably would have wasted it and thrown it at that yellow bar knight, but it still would have not even been needed. This is the part where the wizard comes up and then she disappears down her hole. My grenade and my melee are ready, so I'll throw my grenade at this dude. Melee him for the impact induction. Throw my rift down in case the shrieker keeps shooting at me. Got 7 rockets, so I'll probably work on my super. Go ahead and use the enhanced heavy lifting in just a second. So what I do a lot of the times is like I just I almost don't even see it as combat sometimes, but more of like charges, you know. Like right now I'm just using this to charge super. That's the only reason I'm throwing rockets right now. I mean, of course I'm trying to kill the ads, but I'm actually just trying to achieve super again, which I did. I mean, mobility up on top of this ledge. Whoop. But yeah, I mean, even the heavy ammo finder plays in really well in this build. Like, I'm always stacked on rockets, and I see rockets as like superchargers because of the enhanced lifting. Alright, right here, grenade would have been back if I had mods on, but throw a rift down, because why not? That way everybody can get a little rift guy and melt these dudes down. And then I can get a grenade back about right here and throw it down if I want, or keep it, but I'll throw it down. Okay, got my melee back. Drop it down to the boss. Get the impact induction to charge the grenade some more. No reason for a grenade here. Alright, witch is out. Got a grenade ready for when it needs to be used. I don't really want to throw it at her because she's about to do that, and then I could have, you know, the potential miss if I, you know, threw it at her. So I would rather be more strategic with it, maybe wait on some ads, like right here. And good time for it. And I had it well before this area happened, so it wasn't like I needed extra grenade mods. And now she about to die because I'm going to dump these rockets on her and charge my super. I did forget grounded is on, so when I jump up about to super this wizard, she melees and I instantly die because of grounded, but I would have supered had I not died. So there again, I mean, the only thing I can think of is I would have had a super a little bit earlier, but like I said, it wasn't really needed. Still crushing through these strikes, so let's move on. Alright, the Hunter. Heavy lifting, impact induction, grenade mod, super mod, distribution, and recuperation. So distribution is when I use my dodge, it charges everything. Like it gives little pieces of charge to my melee, my grenade, my super, and back to my dodge. So definitely really good to have. If you don't have that, I recommend Enhanced Bomber. It gives you 10 seconds off your grenade every time you dodge. Now let's jump into some Gambit. So starting off, as normal, people usually throw their grenade right at the beginning, so I'll throw mine. I usually don't throw mine at the beginning, but I just did it because most people do. Now let's see if I can get my grenade back before the next wave and before it would be needed. Right now, not really needed. And we get it back right here. Let's go ahead and throw it down. And wasn't really needed, but I threw it anyways. Impact induction. Also, the throwing knives also count towards the impact induction, so super helpful. Move on to the next area. Take out these guys. Take a dump. And grenades back for the next area. So every wave, I've had a grenade. And even if I would have had stacked mods, I still wouldn't have had more than one grenade. So, kind of defeats the purpose of stacking grenade mods. And I've almost got a super now too, so the only difference is if I had mods on, I would have had a super by now. But, I'm about to get it right now and dump these guys, so it was kind of right on time actually. I mean, I really didn't even have to throw that, I could have just saved it. But I want to throw it every time I get it, just so I can see the charge of when it comes back next to see if it's in good time. Alright, grenade is back right here. Bam! Impact induction to finish it off. Ready to throw my grenade, but I'll hold on to it. And we'll throw it down here, even though we mowed this area pretty quick, and it really wasn't even needed. But since we're getting a grenade on each wave, might as well. Impact induction again with the knives. And we're going to end it here. I'm just going to show you this one wave. You kind of get the gist of it now, of how every wave I'm getting. I threw my grenade, but I wasted it there because we already had the primeval out. Go ahead and melt the wizard to get the multipliers going. Do my dodge. I forget to do my dodge quite a bit, and that would have contributed a lot to my grenade. But as you can see, even without me dodging all the time, the natural charge of the one mod is really good, and the impact induction. So that is pretty much it, man. So like when you're building a guardian, like on a warlock, I recommend building around like your grenade with the impact induction and stuff, building around the melee, and not really focusing on building around your rift, because it takes so long to get the rift back that even those one mods don't really matter, and you don't really need a rift that often. And when it's time to use a rift, that's usually in a near-death situation, and those don't happen as much as you think, so you don't really need a rift all that often. You can usually just rely on your high mobility and high recovery if you have that, and just focus everything else on your grenades, your mods, your super mod, your melee mod, your mobility, the recovery, things like that. And then for your hunter, you would want to focus around your paragon mod, so your dodge comes back quicker, to then let your enhanced bomber, if you got that on your legs, to get your grenade back, to then let that, you know, charge itself as well. But like I said, man, I just don't think it's worth stacking the mods. I don't see any point in it. I don't see any benefit of it. The entire night that I did this, it was just the same situation. Like, I would have it right on time, or have it a little bit early, just by having the one mod on. So, I mean, I'll leave that up to you and your own playstyle. I'm a fairly fast player. I mean, every Gambit game that I play averages around 100 to 120 kills. I'm always the top killer on the team every time. every game. Not even one game I've been like out-killed by anybody else. And at that kind of speed, I just never saw a benefit in stacking any mods whatsoever. So thanks for sticking it out, dudes. I know that was a long video, but hopefully you can make some sense of that. Y'all take it easy, man. Later.